Hey guys, I hope you are having a wonderful day. And today I'd like to answer this question. Someone is say that they did Botox, but after 5 days, their grinding was able to come back because what is mostly recommended for dealing with bruxism or excessive teeth grinding is going for Botox injections. And for some other people say it works, some other people say it doesn't work. So I'm going to be explaining to you why sometimes it may not really work. So let's first understand. So Botox basically is this where you get injections to kind of relax your jaw muscles. So when your jaw muscles relax, of course, there'll be less tension in your jaw, and you'll end up not grinding your teeth as much, or also you'll not end up if you end up feeling less pain. But why is it that sometimes it doesn't work? Sometimes it doesn't work because it doesn't deal with the root cause or the underlying cause of the stress. Because yes, you are relaxing your muscles, but sometimes the stressor is still there, like the thing which led to the stress some is still there, and you may feel better for a couple of days, and then the stress comes back because it's not dealing with the underlying cause. It's just a corrective measure of just relaxing the muscles. Again, I'm not a dentist, I'm going to explain the psychological side. So what happens is when the underlying cause is something mental, a physical measure or a physical corrective measure will not really take the underlying cause of the stress. Yes, it may ease the stress. For example, like exercising. Exercising, of course, will release some of the stress, but the underlying issue or the root cause will not go away. I say the root cause for some of the clients I've worked with has been something like fear of expressing themselves or fear of not being heard by others. So they end up holding this anger and resentment inside them. So this anger and resentment is serving them in a way, is keeping them in that familiar belief of not being heard. But now, when you release the stress, of course, you'll feel better. You may not even grind your teeth for weeks, but it will still come back because the underlying issue is still there. It's the same. Say a good analogy is to look at, let's say, if you want to cut down a tree. So instead of you cutting it from the roots, you just trim the branches or cut off the trunk. Of course, the tree will look like dead, like it's not growing again. But after some time, the tree will start growing. That's what we means when we talk about the root cause. Like you may release the stress, but the source of the stressor is still there. So after some time, it will still come back. That's why sometimes your Botox may wear off, and that's why also you may also need to be going back and forth to do these injections. So there's no problem in doing that, but also try to look at it in from a perspective of like maybe there is another solution which doesn't involve going for multiple and expensive injections. Maybe there is a reason why this grinding was mild and was not a problem before, and it's now very, very chronic. Maybe there is a reason, maybe there is something which happened in your life, maybe there is something you are avoiding. Or I ask my client, maybe there's something you are grinding or clenching or holding back in your life. And then you realize that actually, maybe when you start releasing that, other areas in your life will improve. Not just so, it's not just about grinding, which is a problem in your life. When you look at it closely, you realize that there are also a lot of other symptoms like overthinking, lack of enough sleep, feeling inadequate, feeling ashamed of yourself. Like there are a lot of things which accompany this habit. This habit is just a part of the puzzle. So when you really deal with the underlying issue, you'll realize that all those other aspects or all those other unwanted aspects of your life will align in place, not just relaxing the jaw muscle. That's how you holistically deal with chronic teeth grinding. Not just by looking at just relaxing the muscles and then you're done. No, by just asking yourself a question like, what is it exactly is happening in my life to the point where this habit went from being mild to being chronic? You will realize that there's something you avoided, mostly unconsciously, or there's something you're fearing to face in your life. And once you face those fears, it's more like you are releasing the anger and resentment bottling deep inside, and how this anger is the emotion which is creating a lot of stress in your jaws, which is causing you to grind. So your Botox may work, which is okay, there's no problem, but sometimes you really need to go beyond dealing with the symptom and looking at the root cause, which is causing this habit to be chronic or uncontrollable. Hope you found that informative, guys. Share your views on Botox, like if it's working for you or if it's not working for you. Until next time, have a nice day.